Richard, first of all, does the pound move on a vote today, or does it just move on BOE?
The key driver of the pound at the moment is actually political risk around Brexit. So we saw the surge in the pound towards the end of last year, early this year, on expectations that a deal could be done and that political risk around Brexit was declining. We've seen the pound falter in recent months, both because the dollar's been stronger, but also I think concerns about Brexit have increased. When we look forward, I think the vote today is not critical. It appears increasingly the case that the base scenario is one of the UK leaves the EU next year, but there's a lengthy transition deal in place. I think that's going to keep uncertainty on the agenda for the UK's position in Europe for some time. I think that keeps the pound relatively low for some time.
Okay, so this is kind of my longer-term chart, Larry, that I brought to June 2017. I should probably bring it back a couple of years. What happens to pound on the back of, I mean, the vote today, but just in general, the various scenarios that we can see from Brexit?
Yeah, well, picking up on Richard's point about lengthy uncertainty, it should be noted that while we're looking here at cable, I think we're mostly looking at the dollar, right, rather than the pound. If you look at euro sterling, that has actually not really exhibited the same kind of movement, and it reflects indeed the tremendous uncertainty about what's out there. I mean, to paraphrase Theresa May herself, Brexit means, well, we'll get back to you on what Brexit means. No one actually knows what Brexit means still, and even today's vote is not going to resolve the more fundamental issues of customs union or not, and what other forms of exit may take place. So I think the trading community can't really figure this one out. It is not willing to actually put much risk on the line to take a view.
But Larry, could the BOE actually raise rates before the end of the year?
It certainly could. I think that the scenario where that happens, though, is where you end up with, for reasons probably related to Brexit, maybe there could be some other factors, would be sterling weakness, more imported inflation, and then the need to perhaps have a policy response. I think short of that, the bank probably feels that neutral is best, that is unchanged, and wait and see.